Army Chief General M.M. Narvane arrives in Ladakh to review overall military preparedness and ground situation at the LAC. Interacts with soldiers at the military hospital in Leh. Army Commanders Conference reviews operational situation on both the northern and western fronts. Mutual consensus to disengage emerges between India and China after positive Corps Commander level talks yesterday. Modalities for disengagement from all friction areas in eastern Ladakh to be taken forward by both sides. External Affairs Minister addresses virtual RIC meeting, says challenge today is not of concepts and norms but equally of their practice. Russian Foreign Minister hopes India-China LAC situation gets resolved peacefully. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh to hold bilateral meeting with Russian counterpart today in Moscow, says India looks forward to deepening defence and strategic partnership with Russia. Drawn policy measures by government and RBI in a calibrated manner begins reinvigorating the economy. Economic indicators in agriculture, manufacturing and services sectors, along with monetary indicators, show increase in economic activity. India's recovery rate from COVID-19 improves to over 56% with more than 2.48 lakh recoveries. Active cases rise to 1.78 lakh with 14,000 fatalities. Global cases rise over 91 lakh with 45 lakh recoveries and 4.7 lakh fatalities. And Lord Jagannath's Rath Yatra at Puri halts at Gundicha temple for the day. Rath Yatra also underway at Jagannath Temple in Ahmedabad after Gujarat High Court's nod. President, Vice President and Prime Minister Modi extend greetings to people on the occasion. Namaskar, you're with the latest here on DD News and DD India. I'm Gautam Roy. Well, Army Chief General M.M. Narvane is now in Ladakh. During his two-day visit, the Army Chief is going to review the ground situation, discuss the ongoing standoff with ground commanders, visit forward locations and interact with troops on the ground. Meanwhile, according to sources, the Corps Commander level talks between India and China were held at Moldo in a cordial, positive and constructive atmosphere. There was mutual consensus to disengage. Modalities for disengagement from all friction areas in eastern Ladakh were discussed and will be taken forward by both the sides. Let me go across to my colleague Amritpal Singh, who's on the ground in Ladakh, keeping a tabs on all the movements that are going on and the visit of the Army Chief as well. First, in terms of what was agreed at the Corps Commander level meeting, Amrit, it was an 11-hour meeting. Disengagement is what is being specified by sources. Now, what indications are we getting of that disengagement agreement working on the ground today? Anything happening today itself?
Well, today there are no meetings scheduled, military commander level meetings scheduled, but about last night's meeting, which finished pretty late in the night, and it's rather unusual that Army commander, Corps Commander of India and the Corps Commander or his equivalent on the Chinese side carried this on for more than 11 hours. Gautam, but sources tell us that it happened in a very cordial atmosphere. Of course, the disengagement process was the main thing that was discussed between the two commanders. India insisted for a roadmap. The Chinese are ready to get back to India on that, but the in-principle agreement that took place on the June 6th is what was carried forward, and the need to disengage in a manner which is mutually convenient, and which India also sought assurance that an incident like the one which transpired, which happened on the intervening night of 14th and 15th, should not happen again in the disengagement process. Both sides agreed that it was in the interest of both countries to resolve the standoff, which is well into its 7th week now.
Right.
There were some perceptions, differences on perceptions of the alignment of the LAC. Those were as well. Those were discussed as well. Also, India, in no uncertain terms, General Harinder Singh conveyed to General Liu Lin that should the PLA resort to any sort of misadventurism or look at any transgression, even if there are differences of perception, that should be resolved through talks at the commander level meetings. They could be held at the sectoral commander level, div commander level, battalion commander level. But if an incident repeats itself, India will reply and respond with full force. So that was clearly conveyed to the Chinese side in yesterday's meeting. Gautam?
Right. And in terms of the visit then of General Narawane, the army chief, as far as Ladakh is concerned, how significant does that become? Because he's spending full 2 days there.
That's right. General Narawane is on a two-day visit. He arrived a couple of hours back. The state went into the meeting with the 14 Corps commander, where the 14 Corps commander would have briefed him as to what really transpired at the yesterday's meeting with the Chinese commander. And he basically is here to take an assessment of the situation on the ground and see for himself the operational preparedness of the Indian Army, as well as to interact with the ground commanders. He is already right now at the 14 Corps headquarters. He's also expected to visit the 3rd Infantry Div headquarters as well, to assess for himself the operational readiness of the army and the deployment at forward posts. His meeting, after he met with the 14th Corps commander, he went down to the General Hospital in the Corps headquarters and met with the gallant soldiers who were injured in that incident of the 14th night, and he interacted with them. The sources tell us the soldiers told him that he gave them a shabash, or as it's called in the force, in the army, a well done pat on their back for the valiantly they fought on 14th and 15th. But the gallant soldiers told him that they are raring to go back to their battalion and their positions once they get well. So he would be now moving to the Hall of Fame, and tomorrow he is expected to visit the 3rd Infantry Div headquarters to assess the situation for himself, as well as meet some ground commanders. Gautam?
All right, Amrit, you keep an eye on what's happening over there. We'll keep taking updates from you later on in the evening as well. Thanks a lot for joining us for the moment. Okay, now in the wake of the standoff between Indian and Chinese armies in eastern Ladakh, Galvan Valley has become a household name. What is the story behind naming of the Galvan Valley? Our correspondent Amritpal Singh brings you this report from Leh.
At a time when China claims the strategically important Galvan Valley as their own, India has dismissed Chinese claim as untenable and exaggerated. So where really is the Galvan Valley? It is in eastern Ladakh. And what is the story behind Galvan Valley? Who was it named after? It was named after a man named Ghulam Rasul Galvan, who hailed from Ladakh. Today I have with me the grandson of Ghulam Rasul Galvan, Mohammad Amin Galvan, who stays here in Leh. Amin साहब हमसे बात करने का बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया. ये बताइए कि गलवान वैली का नाम कैसे पड़ा?
लद्दाख का पहला जो गाइड था जिन्होंने अंग्रेज़ों के साथ सफ़र किया, कराकोरम रोड होते हुए ये शायोक रिवर होते हुए गलवान नाला पहुंचा. तो गलवान नाला जो ही वो पहुंचा तो उनके काफिला जो ना मिस्टर सरफरान यंग हस्बैंड, मिस्टर डेमोर और लिटिल डील जो ब्रिटिश गवर्नमेंट का एक फेमस एक्सप्लोरर और टेकर है, उन्होंने ले में आके एक लद्दाखी एक गाइड को ढूंढना शुरू किया, मगर गलवान रसूल ने बोला कि मैं आप लोगों को रास्ता निकाल के आप पाई तकमुल तक पहुंचाऊंगा। तो रसूल गलवान वहाँ से जाके सुरख रास्ता का सुरख निकाला और उन काफिला को सही सलामत मंजिल मकसूद तक पहुंचा।
आज की डेट में चाइना ये कह रहा है कि गलवान वैली जो कि आपके दादाजी के नाम पर पड़ी वो चाइनीज़ है। क्या ये सच है, ये झूठ है, इसकी क्या हकीकत है?
ये तो आप लोगों सबको बाखूबी मालूम है कि अगर आप रिकॉर्ड ढूंढेंगे, अगर आप कहीं से पता करेंगे, ये नाला जो ना हमारा है, हमारा था, हमारा है, हमारा रहेंगे।
द सर्वेंट्स ऑफ द साहिब्स, इस किताब में आपके दादाजी का जिक्र है, गुलाम रसूल गलवान, ये पहले लंदन से प्रकाशित हुई थी। क्या लिखा है इस किताब?
तो इस किताब में अपना इवेंट लिखा है, कहाँ कहाँ गया और जो गलवान नाला का जो वाक़ा है कैसे लगा, वो यहाँ का लद्दाख का एक मशहूर राइटर है अब्दुल गनी शेख, उस किताब में जो कि सेंट्रल एशिया तिब्बत और वो लद्दाख सकाफत में उसमें साफ तौर पर जिक्र किया हुआ है कैसे उसको इसका लक़ब मिला है।
शुक्रिया हमसे बात करने के लिए अमीन साहब। सो क्लियरली Muhammad Amin Galvan, the grandson of Ghulam Rasul Galvan, the man after whom the Galvan Valley is named, is telling us that Galvan Valley was always a part of India. With cameraman Sumit Naudyal, Amritpal Singh, DD India, Ladakh.
That's as far as the Chinese claim goes. Now, Jammu and Kashmir DGP Dilbag Singh has said that Pakistan is trying to send more Jaish-e-Mohammed and Lashkar-e-Taiba terrorists to Kashmir through Nowshera, Rajouri, Poonch and Kupwara Keren sectors. He said that the border and hinterland grids are alert and are working in coordination.
पाकिस्तान की तरफ से और भी कोशिशें हो रही हैं कि जैश-ए-मोहम्मद के और कार्डर्स और लश्कर-ए-तौबा के और कार्डर जो हैं कश्मीर के अंदर भेजे जाएं। उसके लिए चाहे उनको आईबी सेक्टर का इस्तेमाल करना पड़े जम्मू में, या फिर रजौरी पुंछ के सेक्टर में। कल परसों से भी नौशहरा सेक्टर फिर से बहुत एक्टिव चल रहा है। नौशहरा सेक्टर में अभी एक हफ्ते से थोड़ा टाइम पहले ही एक आतंकियों का 3 का ग्रुप मारा था जो इन्फिल्ट्रेट करके आ रहा था। कुपवारा का केरन और बारामूला सेक्टर में जबरदस्त कोशिश चल रही है कि उस जगह पर सीज फायर वायलेशंस की आड़ में और आतंकियों को इस तरह भेजा जाए। वहाँ भी आर्मी इनकी कोशिश जो इस तरह की उनको नाकाम कर रही है। तो हमारी बॉर्डर ग्रिड एंड हिंटरलैंड ग्रिड दोनों ही तालमेल के साथ काम कर रही हैं और मुझे उम्मीद है कि आने वाले टाइम में इसमें और कामयाबी हासिल होगी।
Now, there are also reports that terrorists of JAM are again planning to implement IED-based incidents against security forces, and the security forces are fully alert.
See, they've always been planning to go in for some big action. You remember 28th of last month we were able to neutralize a very big vehicle-borne IED in Pulwama district. That was meant for an attack on the security forces. Luckily, our alert forces on ground, police, CRP, army together were able to detect it and neutralize the threat. We have reports that the militants are again, especially Jaish-e-Mohammed is again planning to have some big IED incident somewhere against the security forces or any other incident directed against the security forces. We are exercising full restraint and full alert at all the levels. So I'm sure our alert troops would be able to take care of those designs.
Now, Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh is on a 3-day visit to Russia. The Raksha Mantri will hold bilateral talks with his Russian counterpart in Moscow today. Both the leaders are looking forward to deepening defense and strategic partnership with Russia. India-Russia defense and strategic partnership will figure prominently during the bilateral talks. The Raksha Mantri will also attend the Victory Parade tomorrow to commemorate the 75th anniversary of the victory in the Second World War. The parade is organized to honor the heroism and sacrifices made by Russian and other friendly people. A tri-service 75-member Indian military contingent will also participate in the Victory Parade along with Russian contingent and other invited contingents. The Indian participation in the Victory Day Parade will be a mark of tribute to the great sacrifices made by Russia and other nations in the Second World War, in which Indian soldiers also participated and made the supreme sacrifice. The day has also seen Defence Secretary Dr. Ajay Kumar meeting Deputy Defence Minister of Russia, Colonel General A.V. Fomin, today in Moscow. And in related news, in an address at a virtual conference of the Russia-India-China Trilateral, External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Shankar underlined the need for recognizing legitimate interests of partners in a multilateral setup and following ethos of international relations. His comments in presence of Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi came in the midst of an escalating border row between India and China following killing of 20 Indian soldiers in the Galvan Valley clash. Last week, India termed the killing of Indian soldiers a premeditated and planned action by the Chinese troops.
This special meeting reiterates our belief in the time-tested principles of international relations. But the challenge today is not just one of concepts and norms, but equally of their practice. The leading voices of the world must be exemplars in every way, respecting international law, recognizing the legitimate interests of partners, supporting multilateralism, and promoting common good are the only way to build a durable world order.
The External Affairs Minister also spoke about the need for reforming the United Nations so that it can represent the current reality of the globe.
When victors met to fashion the ensuing global order, the political circumstances of that era did not give India due recognition. This historical injustice has stood uncorrected over the last 75 years, even as the world has changed. Therefore, on this momentous occasion, it is important for the world to realize both the contribution that India made and the need to rectify the past. But beyond history, international affairs must also come to terms with contemporary reality. The United Nations began with 50 members. Today it has 193. Surely, its decision making cannot continue to be in denial of this fact. We, the RIC countries, have been active participants in shaping the global agenda. It is India's hope that we will also now converge on the value of reformed multilateralism.
The Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov also expressed the hope that India and China LAC situation gets resolved peacefully through diplomatic means.
This is the best way to solve the problem, to apply diplomacy, not political, not military force. So everyone should sit at the table and negotiate.
Now, back home, the RJD has suffered a big jolt in Bihar. 5 of its 8 members of the Legislative Council have quit the opposition party and joined Chief Minister Nitish Kumar's JDU. It was a day of mayhem for the main opposition party as S.M. Qamar Alam, a National General Secretary of the RJD, walked to the chamber of Vidhan Parishad Acting Chairman Avadhesh Narayan Singh along with 4 others to tender their resignation. The other MLCs who resigned are Sanjay Prasad, Radha Charan Seth, Ran Vijay Kumar Singh and Dilip Rai. The acting chairman said the 5 MLCs have been recognized as a separate group, the merger of which into the JDU has been approved. Further, senior leader Raghuvansh Prasad Singh, one of its founding members, also resigned as a national vice president. Let me now go across to Ajay Kumar joining us from Patna on this developing situation. Ajay, just get us the latest in terms of what this means for the shifting political equations in Bihar, which is not too far off from the assembly elections as well.
जी गौतम, सचमुच में ऐसा है कि आप समझ लीजिए कि आज जो घटनाएं घटी हैं वो एक आगाज़ है असेंबली इलेक्शन का बिहार में होने वाला है और आने वाले दिनों में ऐसी और भी कई घटनाएं आपको देखने को और सुनने को मिलेगी और इससे लगता है कि इस बार की जो हमारा बिहार विधानसभा का इलेक्शन होने वाला है और उसमें इस तरह के बहुत सारी घटनाएं, बहुत सारी राजनीतिक उठापटक अभी देखने को मिलेंगे और ये शुरुआत, आज की जो घटना घटी है ये शुरुआत है एक तरह से। और इससे निश्चित रूप से जो महागठबंधन को लेके लोगों में जो ये धारणा थी और एक तरह से पॉलिटिकल एक जदयू को और भाजपा के जो गठबंधन है उसको हराने के लिए जो बात बन रही थी और लोगों के बीच में ये हो रहा था कि महागठबंधन जो है बहुत मजबूती के साथ लड़ेगा, ये इसका आज की जो घटना है इसमें लोगों को संदेह पैदा हुआ है और इस तरह से महागठबंधन बनने वाला जो पूरा प्रक्रिया है इसमें कई तरह की जो दल हैं छोटे छोटे उनके सामने भी ये सवाल खड़ा हुआ है और ये आज की जो घटना घटी है उसमें आने वाले दिनों में एक राजनीतिक रूप से इसका बहुत प्रभाव पड़ने वाला है। और इस बीच में खास करके जो हमारे एक रघुवंश बाबू ने जो आपने जैसा बताया कि आज उन्होंने उपाध्यक्ष पद से अपना इस्तीफा दे दिया है और इसका भी एक बहुत असर पड़ने वाला है बिहार के राजनीति में और ख़ास करके राजद के जो राजनीतिक छवि है उस पर इसका असर पड़ने वाला है। जी गौतम।
तो जाहिर है देखना होगा कि आगे क्या क्या होता है, क्योंकि अभी तो आप कह रहे हैं कि शुरुआत ही है इस तरह की the thing about changing of political loyalties in election season might be a persistent situation in a build-up to the state assembly elections. Thanks a lot for joining us for the moment, Raghav. Now, the world-famous Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra began this morning in Puri amid restrictions. The siblings Lord Jagannath, Balbhadra and Goddess Subhadra boarded the chariots at the Singhadwar facing towards the Gundicha temple. The chariots of Lord Jagannath and Balbhadra and Goddess Subhadra will be pulled only by selective servitors and police officials. The Odisha government has appealed to citizens to refrain from stepping out of their homes, and you can see people have adhered to what the government had stated, and the yatra was carried out in a very orderly manner during these COVID times. When the chariots rolled out from Grand Road in view of the COVID-19 pandemic, people remained indoors. The government has imposed a curfew-like shutdown across the district from 9 p.m. on Monday till 2 p.m. on Wednesday, which is tomorrow. President Ramnath Kovind, Vice President M. Venkaiah Naidu and Prime Minister Narendra Modi have greeted the nation on the occasion of the Rath Yatra and hoped that the occasion brings good health, happiness and prosperity to the lives of the people. And Lord Jagannath Rath Yatra also began at Jagannath Temple in Ahmedabad with restrictions. In a late-night order, the Gujarat High Court allowed the annual Rath Yatra as proposed by the state government and temple authorities. Limited devotees have been allowed to pull the chariot. According to the court's order, there is to be a total Janta curfew across the city during the Rath Yatra. Now, Union Petroleum Minister Dharmendra Pradhan offered prayers at Lord Jagannath Temple at Hauskas in New Delhi on the occasion.
ये परम सौभाग्य की दिन है। महाप्रभु की रथ यात्रा आज पुरी में एक विशेष परिस्थिति में विशेष तरीके में संपन्न किया जा रहा है। हम लोग सब महाप्रभु के पास ऋणी हैं, महाप्रभु के पास समर्पित हैं। उन्होंने अपना दर्शन आज भक्तजनों को दिया है। मैं इस संकट की घड़ी में भगवान के पास प्रार्थना करता हूं कि भगवान सबको शक्ति दे, आशीर्वाद करे। इस कठिन परिस्थिति में हम लोग आगे निकलें। जय जगन्नाथ।
So, centuries-old tradition sustained, maintained with the proper precautions. That's what we've seen today in Puri and in Ahmedabad and in other places as well, where Lord Jagannath has been worshipped. That's all we have at the moment in this edition of the news, but the latest continues right here on DD India and DD News. Stay tuned.